Hey guys, Sam here at NA Studios. Thanks for checking the video out. Today I want to show you a really easy way of sharing settings from one project to another in Logic Pro X. Now in this instance I've got two tracks from the same artist which are going to be on the same release, so I want that feeling of homogeny from one track to another. I've mixed the drums on one track and I'm going to show you two ways of getting those settings across to this second track. One is quick and easy and the other is a bit longer but a bit more precise. So you'll have to work out which one works for your project. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's check out these drums. At the moment they're just completely raw, no plugins whatsoever. Okay, they sound pretty raw. On the other track, I've mixed the drums, so I want to bring those settings across to this one. What I'm going to do is go over to the right-hand side and bring up my browsers. Now, this is the second track that I've got. The first track is called Younger Life. This is the ones I'm copying the settings onto. And Waves is the track that I've already mixed the drums on. You just need to navigate until you get to this file in your system, basically. So the name of the artist and then just going into the folder that the actual Logic session is in. When you get to the Logic session, double click on the Logic session. So it will ask you exactly which one you want to bring up if you've got any track alternatives there. This is my drum edit, so this one is fine. Let's click OK, and it's going to bring up all my channels. Now you can see over on the right hand side here, I've got all the plugins that I've got on these different channels. So it's going all the way up to my drums bus. The first way, which is kind of a bit of a long-winded way, is to select the first channel, so my kick. Then I'm going to go over to my kick, and content would be all the audio information. So I don't want to copy that, but I do want to copy the plugins. And then going across, this one here is sends. So I do want to copy my sends. And if you want to do your inputs, outputs, whatever it is, you can go along and select all the things that you want to keep in there. That's fine for now, but you can only do these one at a time. That's the annoying bit. So I'm going to go on replace. And when you have any auxiliary channels set up, any buses, anything like that, it asks if you want to bring those in as well. So in this instance, I've got a drum reverb. I'm going to go OK, add that one. There's got a drum bomb channel, which is like my parallel channel, etc. You can add all of these in together. If you want to just click add all, you can do that. So what this is going to do is do it track by track. So you'll now see that on my kick, if I bring up my mixer, I've got some different buses on there. I didn't have any plugins on this particular channel, but if I did, then it would bring them up. So that's a bit of a long-winded way of doing it. So let me just show you how long it's going to actually take to do all of those. So even when I'm speeding that up, it's still a bit of a laborious task. It's cool if you just want to do one, if you want to do your vocal maybe, something like that. But if you're doing all your drums, it becomes a bit of a pain. So here's the quicker way that I like to do it. I'm going to go to the same place and bring up my drum edit once again. But this time I can select all of these. So I can select all the tracks and all my buses, and I can even select my drum bus as well if I want to just get rid of that one when it's done. The difference here is you can select more than one at a time. If you're just replacing stuff, you can't do more than one at a time, and it's really annoying. So let's just select all of these. Let's go for all the plugins. We want to put those all on. We want to do all the sends. Let's do all the I/O, whatever. Let's just do absolutely all of them. We don't need any automation here. And then we're just going to go add. Let's add all of these. All the buses are going to remain the same. All the new buses we want to create. We want to make a complete carbon copy of the other mix on the drum channels. All these are exactly the same because they're from the same session, the same mics on the drum kit. So kick, kick trig, snare, snare trig, all these are exactly the same. All I'm going to do is select all of this audio, just make sure I've got absolutely everything, zoom out a touch, and drag it up onto the right channels. Now, an extra added bonus here, if you're like me and you're not too great with the mouse, I'm on a trackball and sometimes things get dragged across a little bit. When you're dragging it, if you hold shift, it means that it can't actually go left and right. If you just do it as standard, then you can actually drag it left and right, but if you hold shift, then it means you can't. So just drag those all up to the new channels, delete the old channels, and then let's hear our drum mix. So I've brought all those channels across and just done it all in one go. The first way is cool if you just want to do one instrument at a time, but it kind of takes a bit of a long time to do a full multi-mic drum kit. So I find it far easier just to drag all the channels across, then drag the information up into those channels, delete the old channels, and you're left with a carbon copy of the drum mix from the other session. You can obviously do this with guitars, bass, synth, whatever it is, you can do this, and it just makes things so much easier. If you really wanted to, you could drag the entire mix onto there and bring in every single track, and then just drag your audio files onto those channels, and you've recreated the mix with another song. Hope that's been useful for you. Thanks so much for checking it out. I'll see you again soon. Take care.